Hi, Lexi. So, welcome back to the Luxury Live Show. And I'm your host, Amy. And unfortunately, Kat cannot make it today. She has a business trip, but I've got you covered. And today's topic, we're going to react to the brand new Chanel Runway collection, Spring Summer 2024. So, not the one that's coming in November in stores, that one's the cruise. We are going to look at the one for next year, spring summer collection. And I don't know about you, I've had a quick look at it. Well, not just a quick look because I had to prepare for this. And I'm seeing a lot of very fun things that I'm interested to buy. So before we even get started, I'm going to share my screen because I wanted to share with you the new calendar. So here we have the November calendar. I know, where did the year go? Already November. So a couple of announcements, which I think we mentioned last time as well, is that we are also having some time changes. So on November 5th, which has not happened yet, but after the Sunday, November 5th, daylight saving ends. So the show times are slightly different. So the usual Friday show is going to still be 8 p.m. in Vancouver, but it's going to be 12 p.m. for the Singapore folks on Saturday. And then anytime we have the extra members one on the Saturday or Sunday, it's going to be 10 p.m. for us and 2 p.m. for the SG folks. And this calendar is already posted on the community post. So if you want to just double check, you can always go back there and then look at this. Okay, so today is Chanel Spring Summer. Next week is going to be members on Kat's channel. We're going to talk about HERMES Spring Summer. And I also wanted to mention and announce formally all the winners of my giveaway, the Threads generous giveaway. And 2 of the 3 winners have already contacted me. So Akong333 and Maria have already contacted me. I got all their info and I'm just waiting on Miss 2K. Miss 2K is a member and she still hasn't contacted me. So Miss 2K, please email me back with your choices. If I don't hear back from you after this weekend, unfortunately, I'll have to give the prize to another winner, which we will choose. We'll choose another winner today already in case Miss 2K doesn't get back to me because I've already waited a week, Miss 2K. Please contact me, okay? And we'll get started right away with Kat's pick. So even though Kat's not here, I told her just send me a few of your picks and then we'll still react to the entire collection with me for the rest of it. So the first few things that she chose a total of 5. She really likes, and obviously it is denim. So from this look, she really likes the jeans that this girl is wearing. If you guys don't notice it, look very closely to the belt loops of these jeans. They have the belt loops that is sewn in the shape of a CC logo. So it's super duper cool. I've seen it as well. When I was browsing the whole collection, I thought that was a nice detail, but it's still very simple. You can't tell that it's like CC's all plastered through throughout the jeans, which a lot of people like that. I love that too, in fact. But sometimes you just want to be a little bit low key, but still wear a nice pair of designer jeans and Chanel nonetheless. So these are super cute. I totally get it. There are also a straight cut. Yeah, I think this is considered straight cut. It's either straight cut or like it's not super tapered. It's like I would consider this a straight cut. So it's very timeless and I like it. Who knows if we can even get our hands on it, right? Other than that, I personally really like the jacket. You guys already know I love the color red. So this jacket, when I saw it, I'm like, just because of the color, I like it a lot. And even though it's red, it still has pops of black and white. So it's still very neutral. I think it's still something that I can pull off on most days. Her second pick, I think, is this top here. She says here, I bet this would cost a lot, but it looks casual, comfortable. I imagine myself getting a ton of use out of it. I agree. I think, as I've mentioned to you guys many, many times in any of my try-on hauls, I tend to gravitate towards more simple ready to wear these days, just because I can always accessorize. So I can always add more details, but if a top or a dress or whatever you're wearing has too much detail to begin with, it's hard to take out. You actually can't, right? So it becomes less wearable and it becomes less timeless that way. It doesn't mean that it's not beautiful. It just means that it's hard for it to be a piece that you can wear over and over and over, because you get bored looking at it over time. And also, they are more trendy that way. So the more simple, the easier it is to incorporate into any of your other clothing that exists in your wardrobe already. So I agree. Other than that, all the details that you see on it is just like the very subtle quilting details. It's not real quilting, but it's just the way they weave it and the way it's just done. It's beautiful. Very, very nice. Love it. And it's white. So aside from that, on this model, we see that she's kind of holding this big tote, which looks a lot like the Deauville tote. I think it is the Deauville tote, but just with a lot of textures. So they're having a lot of different reinterpretation, play with the same bags that we're familiar with. So we're gonna take a look at all of those details when I react to the entire collection. Her next pick, the third pick, is this gorgeous necklace. In fact, I think this is more of a choker necklace, but of course, I think with any of their choker necklace, you can always kind of wear it a little lower, a little higher. So it's just really up to you because they're usually adjustable. She says, can't tell how the details look, but I love the half black, half white. I can imagine that this will match with many outfits. I agree. And I think Chanel is always known for their black and white. They just do Chanel just does black and white so often because it's the most classic, the most timeless, the most elegant, and it suits pretty much everybody. So I can't disagree. I've You guys know I've kind of always been a fan of their costume jewelry, so much so that I've accumulated a lot. And in fact, next week's video is where I'm going to share my entire collection of costume jewelry, which has actually already downsized from previous years. And I'm going to be interested in knowing the reaction of most people after they watch the video. So anyway, I do love these though. Of all the things that Chanel, like all the Chanel accessories that I have, I am keeping all the pearls because the pearls are just so special in the Chanel house. So, all right. So this one, she says, I'm picking this just because it's cute. It's either strawberries or apples. So she's talking about the top. I love how youthful it looks, and the sequins makes it look delicate. Yes. So yes, the top is very whimsical. Um, I think I think they look like raspberries to me, or maybe strawberries, but it's true, it could be apples too. I have no idea. And something that Chanel always excels at is the little details, whether it's in the buttons or on the trims, or in this case, sequins all over. It's just, they always do something super pretty. So it's not always the accessories that make the outfit. Sometimes it's the top itself. I will say, however, this is what I would consider like a lot of details. So although it is cute, it's something that I am personally refraining from buying going forward. That doesn't mean that I won't ever buy like a very intricate something ever anymore, right? But it just means that I will want to cut back on those things. I want less details now. I want more plain so that I can add the details if I feel like it. Let me know, guys, in the chat, those of you who have seen my latest video this week, the one that I shared, not Chanel, but my Hermes collection, because I did a try-on haul at the same time where I styled all my bags. And let me know how you feel about the styling in that video, because not only is it very simple and it's just like anybody can pull it off and anybody can wear, I just love that vibe now, right? So let me know how you liked it. But yeah, I do agree that this cute top is very, very cute, but a little trendy over the long term. And of course, last but not least, she has to pick this Chanel crystal bag. In fact, it looks a lot like the Chanel 22 mini. I'm not quite sure if it is actually, because the way those long chains are holding by the side of the bag, not from the inside. So maybe this is just like a seasonal sequin or crystal Chanel bag that kind of looks like the Chanel 22, but is not really. I will admit it's something that I would also like, my eyes would go towards it as well. But again, I'm going to avoid buying things like this. This is what I call super embellished. And it's going to be hard to pull off in the long term. Like, you can like it and love it right now, which a lot of us fall into that category of like, oh, we love it, we buy it. But over the long term, do you really see yourself still wanting to reach for it? That's where I'm kind of having a bit of that kind of conflict at this point. So it's cute. I bet you it's going to cost a lot. So yes, Kat, you better get back your Prada bag instead. Who's into this, by the way? Who's into this bag? Let's say the price. Let's not talk about the price. I'm sure it's a lot, but like, would you wear this? Or would you think that it's too gimmicky, right? It's just like a little square pocket with straps in a sense. But because it's Chanel, and Chanel always does details so well, it always lures you back in. So let me know. All right, then. After this, so these are all her picks, and I can close that down now. I'm going to share my other screen. And like I said, I want to go through the entire collection with you guys. So the way I want to do it is quite thorough. So let me just change that to, yes, this is how I want it to look like. And I've never done this format, although I've always sort of, I don't know if you guys remember when I still used to do the collection reaction videos, and I literally pick and choose, and I put together a video for you guys, but it takes forever. And several times I thought, oh, maybe I should just do it live, because I'm already talking so long and looking through all the details anyway. And this is exactly what I'm doing, which I've never done this format, but I think this format is really cool and it's a little bit more interactive. Looking at the first look, the one thing that drew me in from this look is the sun. Actually, you know what? It's the glasses. But before we even go into the look, let's read the summary, because that's where all the inspiration is, right? Inspired by the artistic spirit of the Villa Noailles in south of France, the Chanel Spring Summer 2024 ready-to-wear collection, imagined by Virginie, is a kaleidoscope of vitality. I had to look up this word. I had no idea what it was, but it's just one of those like things, like a cylinder thing. It's like it's some sort of like, you look through it, it's kind of fun, and it's very funky, evoking the villa's terrace gardens and the lines of its avant-garde architecture, graphic tweeds, so remember that, floral embroideries, punctuated by touches of light, play of contrast, colors, and asymmetries. At the heart of this collection, a laid back and sophisticated silhouette sets out its own idea of nonchalance and elegance. So the words to pick out from this summary, right? Laid back, sophisticated, tweed, embroideries, floral embroideries, graphic tweed, right? Avant-garde. So it's like a lot of mismatch. If you think about it, like how can like tweed, embroidery, and then laid back, like it's just exactly what they described. When I was looking through the collection, I thought not only was it very wearable in a sense that because of how they incorporated kind of the two extremes, right? The very like the tweed in this girl, and then you look at her feet and she's wearing thongs. But that's what I loved about this whole collection. It's something that I totally would wear because that's how I can't walk in heels. I'm sorry, guys. I wear heels only on special, very special occasion for the few hours that I'm there, but I don't live in heels. So usually I'm like this model exactly. Usually in the summer, I'm just wearing some sort of sandals. Even though I might look very fancy from the top all the way down to the knee, I might look quite fancy. I have a nice dress on, but I'm usually just in those thongs or some sort of sandals. So I love that about this collection. Okay, the one accessory that drew me in from this look and several others are these chunky square glasses, but they also have those thick chains that are kind of stuck on it. And it's just interesting because I was just talking about, I think in a members live, I was just talking about how I wanted to buy new glasses because my Chanel glasses that I have are so old. They're like the old style from a, over a decade and a half ago. And I still wear them at home, obviously, but I want to have new ones that are like big and just kind of modern nowadays. And these, although a bit extra because of the extra chains, I think I would still like them because I don't wear glasses a lot. I usually wear contacts. But having the extra va va voom is just something that I'm like, if I'm going to buy a pair of glasses, I might as well go for these. I wonder how easy they will be to get. Aside from that, we see lights, we see tweeds. I don't think tweed in general is very wearable in this summertime, but I love the idea of it. And I think if it's maybe the early springtime when it's still hot, then yes. In terms of the actual show, however, I do like how it looks. It catches the light. You can see not only the accessories. I'm not going to talk so much about the accessories. I mean, over time, all their costume jewelry, they kind of repeat themselves. They may be a different theme, but they're just costume. But from the standpoint of the outfit, though, it's gorgeous. And look how the glasses, those chains just kind of move on her face. Oh, I love that. And I love how exactly they said nonchalant the whole vibe is. You're just walking, you're in a nice outfit, but you're just in thongs. I am telling you, if I can get my hands on those thongs, I'm buying them. Oh my gosh, look at these glasses. I just want them, guys. I just want them. I don't know how easy it will be to get them, but I need those glasses. And then of course these shoes, which a lot you're gonna see like basically half of the models in the front, all the looks in front, they all are wearing these sandals, all of them. So thongs are back. And that's just look number one. Look number two is very similar. Again, just a different tweed, same thongs, different accessories, deep V-neck, and some very cool glasses. Love that. It's actually very hard for me not to love Chanel though. That's the thing. You guys already know I'm kind of biased. I love their aesthetic. No matter how wearable or unwearable, I always find something I like that I can add to my own collection. And I think that's the key. You can't buy everything, right? So again, same thing, these glasses, love it. This is a new bag. It's a camera bag in the shape of a camera. If you guys, we'll try to see if there's a close up. It's actually like in the actual shape of a photograph camera. It's very funky. And same thongs. I like how these thongs are so simple. They're so very slim. They almost look very cheap. I hope they're not gonna break so easily because I want to buy them. And a very, very simple CC logo. Like I honestly, I just really want to buy them. Actually, you know what? Let's see if I can look at the detail of that bag. Yeah, you can sort of see it more here. See? Has the like the front has the lens, like the circle lens with the CC logo, and then it's like it's quilted, but they make it into a shape of a camera, which is kind of funny because it is a camera bag as well. How are you guys liking the colors, by the way? It's a very dark summer collection, if you ask me. Like it's not so light, aside from this top, which I think is so beautiful. This top, all the pleats. They use the same fabric in different other tops as well. And these these pants are extra. Like all the sequins throughout, slightly tapered. This is definitely something I wouldn't buy, but for the runway, I like it. The runway, it's cool. All right, I love this. Again, this is the same fabric we saw earlier. They made it into this beautiful, very deep V-neck, long, like floor length dress. I love how, because the pleating goes, it almost looks like flower on the floor. It's so elegant. It's mainly white, but with lines of black. It's so intricate. I just love this. I'm sure it's not that affordable, so I probably wouldn't be something I would buy, but um I mean, it would be something I would buy if it's affordable. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like it's beautiful. These sleeves are rather they're kind of like gloves or maybe like arm gloves. We're going to see in several other models as well. So you can kind of incorporate these satin arm arm thingies on other looks as well. So if you already have a dress like that or something similar, or if you just can think of any other outfits that you have that you can maybe add this to. The accessory is very cool. Same with this. So they still add actually, you know what? I'm not so sure if they added the gloves to this outfit or if it's part of this jacket. I doubt it is part of this jacket, but notice the same fabric on the top. It's just beautiful. This top is like this fabric, the way it flows and becomes like flower petals on the bottom. It's so graceful. The lines are perfect. And the same shoes. Have we not established that I'm gonna buy those shoes already? And these we saw earlier on the look that Kat liked, the jeans. They look a little bit kind of like hip. They're not high waisted. They look more like a little low rise or mid rise, but still somewhat slouchy, straight cut. Yeah, it's very casual. And I love this jacket. Love, love, love this jacket. And also, if you notice the top, they're using the same fabric, but they made it asymmetrical. One shoulder. So beautiful. How are you guys liking the collection so far? Vivi, you joined late. Kat is not joining us today because she has a business meeting or a business trip, and so she's not able to join us today. So I'm your host today, and we're covering the entire Chanel collection. There's more denim. So looking at this denim look, The vibe it gives me is, I think one of you described it. It's like 90s, very early 90s. I have to agree. It's a bit more straight cut and also kind of retro a little bit. So this is what it reminded me of this look. Especially because the denim color on this one is kind of like that darker denim, but it's not so dark. It's kind of like that medium dark denim, which I personally have more trouble styling this denim color. I don't know if it's my complexion or if it's just because this denim color reminds me of a more um like, more retro vibe. But generally speaking, I think it's cool. Also, if we look at the bag, this bag, does it not remind you of something? Everyone, Hermes lovers, tell me which bag does it remind you? Does it not remind you, slightly at least, of the Evelyn? Because it's the shape of the Evelyn. This one does have a bit more detail. Obviously, it's not the same bag. I do like the chain details. I do like the big vintage CC, the front pocket. It's denim, so it's kind of cool. Also notice on her wrist here, on the sleeves, it's that same CC cutout that the jeans had as belt loops. They're very cool. It's little details like that. From far away, when you look at this whole denim look, it doesn't seem as appealing. It just looks like, oh yeah, like you can tell this woman is well dressed, and you can tell that she put effort into like looking effortless, but you just don't love it. But until you see it close up and you see all the details, that's when you're like, wow, fantastic. So that's what I love about this collection somewhat. Um, it's the contrast. Like this beautiful model here who is wearing a very gorgeous tweed set, right? This top and skirt, but then she's wearing these shoes, which I'm not mad about. Like I said, I totally like if given the opportunity, if I was in south of France walking along a beach or something, I totally would wear this. Maybe too hot, but do you see what I mean? There's something about it that I love. Is it so practical though? Not really. I don't think tweed. This may not be a heavy tweed, but it's still tweed. I don't think tweed is very summer like. um, but it's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous tweed. Same here. Gorgeous, gorgeous tweed dress. Ah, I didn't see the cutout in the back. It's sort of long in front, but it's casual and party at the back. I love that. And her sleeves too. Oh yeah. That's fun. See, it's where the details lies. You have to take a moment to really appreciate it. So yeah, this is the flat bag. Definitely not the 22. It's just like a flat pocket. Is there anything interesting about this look? It's very bougie. Like I can picture someone going to the beach wearing this sort of like cape, tweed cape. But it's so bougie. Like it's definitely not a practical look. Aside from the swimsuit and the like if you're just getting the swimsuit and the shoes, everything else not so practical. And because let's not forget, Chanel ready to wear is extremely, extremely pricey. So this was the little top that we saw earlier. Her skirt is gorgeous. But again, it's tweed. It has pockets though. We all love a good pocket moment. It's gorgeous though. A little bit low rise under the belly, just super casual. Just imagine. Imagine wearing this. You're gonna be the most posh person walking around, but a little hot, I'm sure. Okay, let's take a look at this one. Gorgeous, gorgeous tweed. So far we haven't seen a lot of duplicated tweed. Remember when we read the description, right? Catching a lot of light, but a lot of intricate tweed as well. It's tweed heavy for a spring summer collection. In fact, this looks more like a fall look to me, even because of the black, and just because it looks like they look like boots, these shoes to me. And these glove things or arm glove things, super cool. Like I can totally see if you I don't know, like it totally can elevate an outfit. It just depends on whether you're gonna go through the effort of putting them on. Because one thing I hate about gloves and like just any accessories that are not attached to your body is that you lose them so easily. Because I've lost so many hats, gloves, things like that, that I would hate to lose like a Chanel glove, you know? That would be like terrible. Um, this top is wow. It looks like glass. Don't you agree? Like the ones from the churches. It's very pretty. It looks like art. And little flats, really cute flats. Has like a little bow detail in front. I love this look. This look, aside from the top and the gloves, this tweed look is very classic. Can be worn for a very long time to the office, parties, or if you just like to be dressy, it's totally wearable all year round. With tights in the winter, you know, thicker tights. This little jacket, or rather kind of cardigan jacket, very 90s, very colorful, like lots of rainbow colors, but also heavy on the pink. It's nice. It's very cute. But then we see like the top part looks a little dressy, and then the bottom's like, oh, I'm going to the beach. I'm super casual. It's kind of funky, right? Like I like the juxtaposition. I like how they they made this whole collection less serious because of the thongs, yes, and for this particular look, it's very colorful, and those shorts are like just way too short. But it's a summer collection, right? You have to have shorts. Oh, this one is super colorful. The fabric, although it's kind of like a whole like, you know, suit, right? The fabric looks a little lighter than the tweeds that we saw earlier. The colors are very 90s though, I think. So, although this suit it's very cute, like you can tell someone who is wearing this is very well put together. I think the colors are a little bit strong. So, is it as timeless? I'm not sure. Maybe it's just not my taste, but you can't you can't deny that it's like such a cute look though. Similar to the model in front of her. The color of her little cardigan vest was just so colorful. Okay, moving on. Okay, this does not look summer to me at all, but just because it's in the summer collection doesn't mean that you have to wear it in the summer, right? That's the thing, guys. These things are, you know, it costs a pretty penny, so you buy it because you have space in your wardrobe for something like this that fills a void. That's what's important. Perhaps the fabric is a little lighter because it's a summer collection, but it's a gorgeous black top and bottom. I don't know if the bottom is wide pants or if it's like a very flowy skirt, but it's gorgeous. Very simple. I really like this. Oh, they are pants, judging from the video here on the model. You know what? This would be a good evening summer outfit, like a little chillier in the nighttime, perhaps. And then you wear something like this to go out on a nice dinner or to meet up with other people. It's very cute, very elegant, and yet very It's very elegant, but like not so constricted. Like it's very flowy and almost a bit casual at the same time. Okay, so she's wearing two kinds of tops. There's some sort of jacket underneath, and then there's this cardigan. I love the colors. They also paired the we'll see if this one is a kind of like a longer short or a skirt. And oh my goodness, I love these flats. They are so beautiful. A bit sparkly. Looks like it could be sequins, but I love the bow detail. It's simple in a way that it's simple and yet there's like a lot going on because of the sparkles from the sequins that makes it to me they look very versatile. I can totally see myself wear this with a lot of different things. Okay, they are pants. It's a great pattern. This black pattern fabric is a great pattern. Very versatile. Cute jacket. So this actually reminds me of that black one we just saw, but in pink instead. I wonder if they are exactly the same thing. And this is the Deauville in sort of like this half raffia, half. I mean, the whole thing is woven, so it looks like it's raffia, but like some like raffia natural color in front, but like pink and blue green on the side. Not sure how popular this bag will be just because it's so seasonal. Like it's so specific too because it's raffia. Although the Deauville is supposed to be a beach bag, but how many people actually use it for the beach, right? But if you're looking for like a very like how should I say? Because this bag here, right? If we look at it, can you call it cheap or can you say that or can you just say that it's just um like a play on what you've seen all this whole time, which has always been like a printed fabric, right? Like either a printed canvas, or sometimes it's leather, sometimes it's the denim. So it's always been kind of the same. Sometimes they had studs on the leather, but this is totally different. So in a way, it is interesting. I wonder if it's too interesting, right? It is a collector's piece. I totally see that though. Who likes this, by the way? I like the jacket. I can tell you that much. But what about the bag? Okay. Gorgeous tweed, very ethereal pink. Love how it flows almost like flowers again. These shoes, interesting. These are interesting shoes. Let's take a look. This model is gorgeous. Yeah, we can't see the shoes very much. Let's try it. Let's try to find it somewhere else. Okay, this is more like a proper summer summer clothing. Very cute, very like lots of flow, lots of movement. Love the fabric. It just has that ethereal light pink, white color. Um, she has some accessories. It's still kind of minimal. It's just like two necklace and pair of earrings. So I like that. It's very simple. This is something that I call like, although it has some designs and it's like a different looking kind of top and bottom, it is something that I can see you kind of just grab again, like grab again, and again every summer. Just super cute. And this is also the bag. that they made in all kinds of different colors, I suppose. I think because this one looks more pinkish than the one that we saw earlier. It's definitely not the 22 bag. It's like a little pocket, little flat open pocket with some straps on, but super cute because it has a ton of crystals on it. Okay. Beautiful top. Beautiful cutout. Like it's gorgeous. Looks like crystals or some sort of like tiles. It's just gorgeous. Um Love the rest of the look. So aside from the top, like this little tube top here, the rest of the look is so simple, which I love. This is what I strive to get nowadays. Like if I'm gonna go for tops for anything really, I want to go for simple things that can easily be worn with everything else that I have. Um, I love these shorts. They have this like simple CC elastic band. You don't have to show them, but it's nice that they're there. You can wear like a little bikini moment with it. And this shirt is so crisp and so simple. I love that. And usually, if you can see more closely, the details is in the buttons. When something is so simple with Chanel, they usually have the details somewhere. Let's see if we can see it here. I don't think we can, but I mean, you sort of see a little bit. They are little CC buttons. So that's what I love about Chanel. It's all in the details. Wow, this top is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, so we have kind of like it's an interesting look. So her tights, if you notice, her legs, they have some sort of like horizontal tights patterns on the tights. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but it does look cool, I guess, with her top, because her top does have some horizontal lines on the pockets too. But okay, aside from her tights, because I'm not sure how I feel about the tights. I do like this dress. It's very cute. Even though it has some sequins on the pockets, it's not too much. Like I would say that this is something you can pull out every season and still be wearable for many years to come. But yeah, other than that, I'm not sure. I mean, it just looks like you're wearing some sort of socks, but they're tights with some patterns on it. So it's very funky. Okay. I love a good white moment. Now, my only critique for this look is that maybe not the top. The top's fine. I I have refrained myself from buying anything that is like kind of like wool, or like the way it's woven is kind of like the wool stuff, like the knitted stuff. Like I'm wearing a knitted top right now, right? This is a wool jacket, which on a top is fine. It's totally not only acceptable, but it's very comfortable. It's very nice. But anytime it's on the bottom, like any pants or skirts, I think they're not as wearable. Not only do you have to have the most perfect shape, so your body, right? Your own body has to have the perfect shape, no bulges anywhere. Not only that, but in terms of the wear and tear on the fabric itself, it's not so good. Anytime it's wool, right? It tends to peel. Like on the bottom, you're sitting, you're walking. There's just a lot of friction with things, and so the wear and tear and just the way it wears, depending on your own body shape, will not. It's just not practical. So I tend to refrain from buying any like knitted bottoms. So that's my only critique for it. Otherwise, it's a beautiful look. I love the colors. It's very soft. It's very soft and it's very beautiful. Little nano bag. Who agrees with me about the shape, like your own body shape? Like, even though you can be thin, like I'm like a slim person, but even then I still have bumps and or just maybe not the curves that I would like to pull off something like this. It's very hard to pull off a knitted bottom. It's extremely hard unless you have like literally model-esque bodies. It's very, very hard to pull off that kind of fabric. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Okay, so this look, interesting. Lots of lines going on. So on the skirt especially, vertical and horizontal. The colors are also very like retro. I don't hate it. I think I'm just not used to it. It's kind of cool actually. Yeah. And I of all the tweeds so far, this tweed looks very light. So this tweed actually can be a summer tweed. I would totally wear this. I also like the asymmetry on the skirt portion here on the leg. I think that gives it an extra pop of detail, and it's not so out. It's not so out there that it's not wearable year like year after year. So I actually quite like it now that the more I look at it and the way it flows with the model walking. Quite like it. And the good thing about you know, we're always looking at these models wearing the whole set, but you as the customer, you don't have to buy the whole set. Many times I think jackets is like the main focus of your outfit. Like I prefer to buy a nicer, more expensive jacket with my pants. I'm more liberal. I think pants again because it's the bottom of your body, it's harder like everyone's shape is different. As long as it fits the shape that you have, I think that's more important than buying the more expensive bottom, you know what I mean? Just because they're more expensive doesn't mean they'll fit you. When it fits you, it looks more expensive. Again, these shoes are just very funky. I don't like it, I think. Just because I mean, I can't tell from this far away what pattern they are. It just looks like a blob. Maybe they're trying to emulate some sort of like flowers, I'm not sure, but it's not working for me. It's not working for the shoes, it's not working for the boots. Aside from that, I think this outfit is cute. It's very yeah, this is very retro. It has like the it has a retro feel to it. Love the glasses. Actually, if I can't get the ones with the chains, these ones are actually quite nice. Maybe it's better to get these ones because they're more simple, and yet you get part of the chain here. Only thing though is that they don't have a nose pad thing because Asian nose, flat face. We definitely need the support. So might still not work after all. All right. Okay. Similar pattern fabric as earlier, but I actually love this look. Even though it's a similar pattern, which is more retro, somehow it works on this suit. Maybe because the cutting on this suit is a lot simpler. Like even within the jacket itself, there's nothing else. There's a couple buttons on the pockets, and that's it. So it's up to you to accessorize more, although it's already kind of enough because it's many colors. But in a way, it's the simpler suit of this pattern, I think. It's quite nice. Yeah. I love I love how casual they are, like a little bit of a flat, like a slingback flats with like a little summer suit. It's very cute. Black and white. Okay. Love this jacket. Definitely can wear this jacket all year round in terms of like the styling of it. I can also see this being worn open. Oh, that's a very cool skirt. Are those the pockets that kind of flare out? Wow. I love that. Oh, I love this. I love this look. Very cool. Wow. Okay. Yep. I like it. This is one of those things where sometimes like I said, I am leaning more simple now, but sometimes when I find a look that is a bit more complicated, but because I like how they did it, this is one of those that I will kind of take the plunge and just have it as like that exquisite, very extra piece. Although it is a bit kind of like out there because of, it's still black and white, but it's still quite out there. Like the design is quite out there. But I think it's still okay. It's tasteful. Okay, we do see the asymmetry here on the skirt. It gives it a bit more details. I used to be a sucker for anything asymmetrical. I don't know if you guys have noticed all the self-portrait that I used to buy. I always go for the most asymmetrical, the more I like it. So maybe I have something about I have a soft spot for something different and something unique. So the fact that I'm kind of changing towards more uniform, simple, it's interesting. Cute little tweed skirt. I love the detail here in the middle, like on her rib cage. Kind of gives that illusion of that cinching in without actually cinching in the dress. This dress is rather more like straight cut. It's very cute. Now, the only issue, again, we're not going to talk about the bag. I don't think anyone in their right mind would buy it. But in terms of the dress, right? I do like it a lot. Only thing I have with dresses when they're in this kind of heavier fabric, it's kind of neither here nor there because where I live, it's either very hot, like in the summer, or it's very cold. It's not really in between where you can pull off something like this. I mean, arguably you can wear this in the springtime. You can wear this in the autumn time, but because it's a transitioning weather, your body is still getting used to the new temperature. What I mean is, for example, from going from summer to fall, like the shock that your body is is having to go through, you just feel so cold that you kind of have to just wear more clothes. So this kind of like showing a lot of legs, it's gonna be way too cold for the bottom. Does that make sense? So that's why even though I like the idea of these kinds of dresses, but I can never buy them because I could never wear them. It's kind of pointless to wear actual dresses with heavier fabric. If I'm gonna wear a dress, it has to be a light fabric because I'm gonna wear the dress in the summertime, not in the transitional time. Like for me, in terms of practicality, it just is not gonna work. Like these types of dresses, whenever I look at them, either in a consignment store where they have like a lot of people consign their beautiful Chanel dresses, and they're all like the heavier fabrics. And I totally see why, because it's not wearable. So I said it. Um, they look good on the runway, but technically, practically speaking, they're just not the easiest to wear because in between transitional weather, your body is just not gonna like it. You're not gonna want to reach for it because you're gonna feel too cold to wear it. and it's gonna be too hot to wear in the summer also. Does that make sense? Cute. This is very cute. So, on the other hand, this fabric is a little lighter, so I think this is okay for, like, a cooler summer evening. But tweed and anything, like, knitted, like we saw earlier, those are too extreme, and because they're short, it's not wearable. Okay. So this is kind of like a little a mini skirt with a really long jacket. This bag. Can't see it from this side. Let's take a look at it from the details. Ah, funky. On the back, there's some pink on her shoulders. I don't know why, but I kind of like this jacket. I'm not sure where I would wear it to because it's really out there, but I kind of like it. Okay. Oh, cute. Is this a scarf or is this actually a top? Because I can totally, if they make this pattern in a scarf, I can totally just buy the scarf and just wear it as a top, which I do already. Interesting. So this bag is obviously it's seasonal and it has a very geometric it has a little top handle. Actually, I like this top handle. It's not the hot dog top handle. So it's just like a little top handle in the same tone, so tonal, but it has pearl details on the side. And then the actual bag is kind of like that, um, I guess sideways pyramid. I don't know how to call it. It's not a triangle, right? So it's funky. Not very useful, of course. Not very useful. But I think the shape is very cute. And again, this top, I don't know if it's probably a top, but if they do make a scarf with it, which a lot of times they do, they kind of repeat the patterns in different other accessories. You could totally just tie a scarf that way on your body and it would look so cool like this with mini shorts. Who likes this bag, by the way? So this is the same necklace that Kat likes as well. She also is wearing a different, like a second choker on top of it. And we have, again, this pattern underneath, which looks like to be some sort of bodysuit. It's either a bodysuit or some sort of swimsuit with like those very like those boy shorts type of bottom cut out. Love those thongs. I hope they're not too expensive. I want to get a pair, honestly. Okay, so yeah, these are real summer looks, like hot summer looks for sure. Okay, not this one. It's cute. I think there is going to be a lot of movement in this dress because of how they just drape the sleeves. And then there's a little bit of that cutout on the bottom, but it's body hugging at the same time. This is, again, the sort of thing that I mentioned earlier. Not only is this model very tall, she has long legs, beautiful hourglass body. So unless you have similar, even if you're shorter, you have to have like the proportions to really show off this beautiful dress. I find like on a straight body like mine, it's doing nothing to the dress, I'm sure. That's why I tend to choose things that only work for my body. Like obviously you will want to do that, right? You know your body best. So you have to go for things that accentuates what you have, right? It's not a matter of trying to be perfect. You're just trying to be perfect with what you have. So this is a top that we mentioned earlier. It's very simple. I don't see any CC details. It's really just like the pattern of how it's knitted is more of that quilting look. Oh my goodness. Yes. That bag earlier. It's a cheese wedge. That's so funny. Oh my gosh. No wonder I like it. I love cheese. And then the same Deauville bag, but in this black and beige raffia. So maybe a bit more wearable in this color since the Deauville tote is already a bag that gets dirty and can get a lot of wear and tear on the corners very easily. So you want to get it, I mean, get it in any color, but obviously this will be a little bit more wearable, I think. Just because of the color, it's going to be more wearable. And I also love this look. Very simple. It's just something I would totally wear. A little mini skirt and like a nice drapey top and some flat shoes. I love doing these kinds of reviews. I don't know how you guys feel about it. I've always I mean, I've always loved looking at clothes. For me, it's like nothing. I just literally pass time like this anyway, but now I'm just narrating it at the same time. So I love doing this. Let me know how you guys feel about continuing the trend, like me continuing this trend, because in the past, I've always kind of just put it in different slides, but then I have to really pick and choose. But now I'm literally going through every single look with you. So it's a little bit more detailed. I'm okay to do both ways anyway, but this is a little bit more interactive. I love this. I love, do you know what? I don't know. I can't see if this is a dress or if it's a top plus like a bottom. And then it looks like she has some, like another, I'm not sure if it's part of the dress or if it's like another jacket that she has around her waist. Actually, you know what? I think it's it's the whole look. I feel like these are just sewn, yeah, they are sewn in. So these fake sleeves in the front is not an actual jacket. It's like this is the dress. So this is a very smart way to conceal any bumps, like, when you're a little bit too full, like have a food baby, or if you want to wear like a tight-ish type of body hugging dress, but you just are insecure about your tummy. This is a very, very smart way to conceal any perceived imperfections. I love this. This is more like a top though. It's just a little long, so you can kind of wear mini shorts underneath, which is, yeah, it's very timeless. Cute. It's very cute. It looks like it's black and navy. Has a um also like whatchamacallit? Hoodie. So it's very casual. Love this. I love these shoes. They just have the right amount of oomph, but still be like, I can totally see this being worn with like a super casual outfit or a super elegant outfit. Like they just work for both ways, which I think in terms of shoes, they kept it really simple, like the thongs, these, and then those other ones that are kind of weird looking. I'm sure they have their reasons for designing it, but um, for me, yeah, their shoes are pretty successful this time around too. I love this top. It's totally something I would buy. So French and so simple. I love a good white bag moment. Actually noticed on the bag, the ball that adjusts the chain is like pearl. Is this the first time they did that? It's very cute. It's such a minute detail, but it's pearl. Look, it's a big pearl. It's cute, guys. It's cute. I love it. See, like with white bags, right? They are a bit scary to buy sometimes, but as long as you're wearing with white outfits like she is right now, it's fine. Mm, very leather. So cool. It's very cool, but it doesn't give me summer vibes at all. Okay, of all the looks I've shown so far, I must say, even though I'll never buy this, by the way, I'll never buy this skirt, but I must say this is my favorite look. Here's why. Okay, everything works. It's so simple, like it's just a top and a skirt, but each item has just enough details and like contrast and pop that and also because it's my favorite color, like this red and black stripe is so striking, even though I'll never buy it. Honestly, I'll never buy this. But it's so striking. And actually I will buy this top if I can. I'm sure it's like super popular. I will buy this top. I will wear this top with anything. This is a top I will buy. But just overall, this whole look is one of my favorite in the entire collection. The pocket, like just the way she's just like, oh yeah, I'm so casual. Like, she has like her hands in her pockets, and she's looking super effortless with her supermodel hair. And then she also has this red 22 bag in the same exact pattern as her skirt. Yes, as her leather skirt. It's so good. It's also weird in a way, but it's so good in a like it's so weird in a good way. Like in it's kind of out there, but it's not so out there that you can't like that not like it's not so hard to pull off, if that makes sense. This bag you can't see right now, but it's in the same pattern as the skirt. There, you can see it here. So cool, right, guys? Oh my gosh. I might need this bag. It's so cool. I love this look. I love, 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 love this one. Number 42. Cute. Super cute. Yeah, I don't know about these tights, but they do add to the look. I can see, in terms of a theme, geometric shapes and all, it works. Same or similar, maybe not the same, similar sort of black and white vibe. Actually, now that I look at it more, I don't like it. It kind of gives you a headache, this pattern. It's too dizzying. So, no for me lah. Nope. Okay, this is beautiful. It has a few sequins here and there, or maybe the sequence is on the lines. So this has like a checkered pattern, and it has this like drop shoulder, straight cut, slightly crop pattern. So it's very forgiving. This shape is very forgiving if you carry a bit more weight on the top, it's gonna really be super flattering because it conceals that the shape that you might have that is a little bit more round on top. But it's also good on any body types. Like if you have a more slender, it just looks a bit more oversized. So it's very easy. But in a way, so for me, right, the way I have phases with like crop tops and more kind of drop shoulder flowy things. Sometimes I like them, sometimes I don't. So it just depends on my mood. Same fabric, but I like in terms of like the jacket shape, I think this is more traditional, a little bit more kind of tailored. This is definitely my vibe. But you know what? Now that I look at it more closely, it's asymmetrical. Like not only the skirt, but the jacket too. Even the jacket is longer on this side, shorter on this. Huh. Yeah. In a way, you know what? I can't believe I'm saying that. Like I do like it, but in a way, I would have preferred that they made it the same length because now, because it's asymmetrical, especially on the jacket, over time you're gonna be tired of looking at the asymmetry on this, you know? Does that make sense? Oh, there, you can see the camera bag. You can see the camera-shaped camera bag here a lot more clear. Who would buy this, by the way? This bag? Um, I I personally won't. First of all, I have tried many times with zippered top bags. It just bugs the hell out of me. Second of all, even though this model is so tall already, this bag seems to drag pretty low even on her, right? Don't you think it's a little low on her? She's so tall already. And third of all, I don't care about having a camera looking camera bag. It's too novelty for me. Oh, I think Kat is kind of dropping in. We'll let her drop in whenever she's ready. All right, so this jacket, super cute. A little bit on the longer side, so you can sort of wear it as a dress in the summertime, or just whenever you feel like it, or even in the wintertime with some tights like she is right now, or wear it a bit open like this. Lovely. And this is another nano bag. I love I love a good white. So other than black, right? I'm a big fan of white jackets, white tweed. This would be my dream to get eventually to get my perfect black Chanel jacket and then a white perfect tweed Chanel jacket. That would be like my dream to eventually collect. And let's see here. Ah, very nice. Okay, so let's talk about this bag first. I think this is the backpack version of the 22. Don't know how many of you have this. I was never a fan of it, but they keep making it, so it must be popular. And then we've got this sort of like lace, kind of like it's not quite a lace, but it has like that lace quality fabric, very light. It's so pretty. I would totally buy this jacket, by the way. Why? Because a lot of times in the summer, right, I'd be wearing my tank top or spaghetti tops or dress, and it's fine during the day, but then it gets a little chilly at night, or maybe indoors it gets a little chilly. So I always needed something light to kind of throw on, and this is the perfect one, especially if you're going to some sort of event because it's a little fancier. Yeah. And it's also very simple. Other than the fabric is more intricate, but it's a very simple cut. It's just got some simple buttons and a simple silhouette, a little bit cropped. I love that. Okay. How do we feel about this? Does it feel very Chanel? I don't know. It just looks rather like any brand can be doing this. So I'm not sure I have anything to comment about this look. I mean, there are some flower details here on the skirt. I guess that's pretty, but the top itself, Oh, actually, you know what? I take that back. The top itself, I think if you deconstruct the look, right? Like you're not gonna wear these two things together. I think the top itself, because it looks like it's some kind of hoodie, it's actually super wearable. You can wear it with other things. So I do like it
Hi.
for that reason. Hi, you're here.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, guys. I just arrived from Langkawi. So rushed back. I was thinking I would not make it, but somehow the flight departed about 15 minutes earlier than
Oh,
so we
nice.
arrived and got home. So I apologize. I wasn't expecting. I was like, oh, I think I can make it.
Well, you're here for the last 40 minutes, so it's gonna
Yeah.
be good to have another person talk so I can take a break. No, but I've actually been so I already showed all the looks that you like, but I've actually been just reviewing the entire collection. So I'm already
Mm,
all the way to look 52, I think.
mm.
Look 50. This is look 50. And I was just saying that I like this top because even though it doesn't look like it's a Chanel, but I think overall, you know it's a Chanel and it's Chanel quality. It does have a lot of intricate details in terms of how the knitting is. So if you just wear it with, let's say, your jeans and a t-shirt, it's actually quite good.
Yeah. We're
But
not sharing
otherwise,
it.
like,
Hang on. Are we sharing it? Okay, here we go.
oh yeah, sorry about that. I was not even showing it. Yeah, otherwise, if you just look at this whole look together, I don't think it looks very Chanel.
Yeah, no.
That was my main feedback at first. I was like, "Oh, it doesn't look very Chanel. It just looks very any brand."
Mm-hmm.
But I like and also I was saying how these thongs, I'm buying them. If they're not too expensive, I hope I can buy them because I just live in slip-on shoes in the summer, like literally. I love that this collection, it's so fancy on top, but then they wear these thongs on all of the looks. Almost on all of the looks, they have these shoes. It's either the thongs or it's these flats.
I didn't pay attention to the feet, but now that you mention it, yeah, it's like so glamorous, and then the feet so, eh, but casual in a good way.
Mm-hmm. Hold on a second. For some reason, my computer is like very slow right now. I'm gonna close some things. Quit. Save, I guess. Okay. All right. Look 51. So we have a long cardigan moment. This is the first time we're seeing a lot of gold from all the looks. These shoes have been repeated so far as well on many, many looks, which I also like. Sequined with a little sling back. The skirt is very similar to the one before. This gives me more like, I don't know what to call this. Is it more 90s? I think it is because I used to buy cardigans like this. Like my cardigans always used to be longer. They always cover my bum and they're very slim on the sleeve. So I think it's more, yeah, more 90s, 2000, I think.
Stripy and very stripy as well, right? There was a point in
Hmm.
time, like I think in the 2000s, there were a lot of like stripes. Like a lot of people love stripes.
Yeah, and it's very fitted. Like for a cardigan, especially a long one. I still have some cardigans like this that I just throw on in the summer because it's cold, sometimes in the evening or in the air cons. But it's very fitted and it's very
Mm,
long. It always covers the bum. But I used to love them and I used to I used to find that it's not only like a very flattering look because it covers your bum, and it's, I don't know. I used to love them, but now I kind of like more oversized, or maybe not quite oversized, but a little bit flowy-ish.
And more loose.
Yeah. So I've been talking about this camera bag that looks like it's camera that looks like a camera. How do you
Mm-hmm.
feel about this?
Yeah, I saw it. I think in the earlier few looks they had it, and I was like, oh, okay, they're bringing back this camera looking bag because I feel like maybe a couple of seasons ago they had a camera like bag, a bag that had this kind of camera shape. Uh, I don't know. I don't know.
I just said that it's very novelty, so it's not
Yeah,
something that I feel like I need to get. Plus, I really dislike having to zipper around corners. Like zippers already gives me a headache, and then you have to zip around. That already is like a big no-no for me. So
yeah.
the fact that it looks like a camera, it's just so novelty. Like it doesn't do anything for me, basically. But maybe if you're like a photographer or like I don't know, maybe someone very close to you does something with cameras, like the old school cameras, that may mean something to you. Because it is
Yeah,
cute, don't get me wrong, it's cute. I just would never buy it.
yeah. It's just a novelty bag that looks, eh, eh.
So we're getting to the final 20. I think there's like a total of 70 looks. So we're getting to the final few looks that are a little bit more heavy on the kind of this knitted fabric, which looks very retro. Um, and it's actually, this is a bodysuit too. So I,
It looks beautiful though. When I mean
yeah,
on pictures doesn't do it justice, but as you see her walk, you can see the material is like really, it's got weight to it and it's flowy, so it looks
mhm.
really nice, right?
It does. I guess, and I mentioned that earlier as well, with knitted fabrics like this, anytime you have any bumps, lumps and bumps in your body, and unless you are a model like her and very tall, very skinny, and have the perfect hourglass shape, okay, maybe not hourglass, but as long as you have like that model S stature, it's very hard to pull off something like this. Because yes, on her, it's like hanger model vibe. On anybody else, like regular people, unless you are either on the skinnier side, even if you're short, or unless you're very tall and have the perfect type of curves, it's just very, very hard to pull off this type of fabric, because this kind of fabric will cling to all the wrong places that you have. And we are our worst critic. I was saying earlier, even though I am slim, but I still have problem areas that's why I am very specific what type of clothing I choose. It has to
Mm-hmm.
work for my body type, and everybody has their own things. And this is the kind of fabric that just practically speaking, very few people can wear.
Then it's not forgiving. That's like it's not forgiving. It will
Mhm.
cling on anything. It will emphasize anything. So
Okay, so this is like a white and black moment. I like the
I like the
I
shoes.
kind of like these Mary Jane-ish flats. The bottom, however, is very mesmerizing. It's almost too like gives me a dizzy feeling. The
Yeah,
top, little bit better, but still
it's a
maybe
little
a
too
bit.
psychedelic for me.
Yeah, it's a bit too much. I was trying to maybe like, oh, it's just the top, maybe. No, even the top is too much, I think. But I like the belt though.
Yeah.
It gives me like, where is she going? To space or something? I don't know. Like it's very very futuristic. Just as we were saying how it's like very I guess maybe it's very 90s in a way, because the 90s also had their funk moment as well.
I did not read the inspiration of this.
I read it at the beginning, but we can go back and revisit it. So it's like South of France, but it's at the same time avant-garde, at the same time casual,
Right.
and at the same time there's a lot of tweed, but at the same time there's like, these sandals. It's sort of like it's a perfect mashup of the elegant and the casual, and it's just kind of works at the same time.
Okay.
Because these girls, they're wearing those tongs.
Right.
But the outfit itself does not belong with tongs, but somehow it makes sense. I don't know why, but Chanel always does that. Imagine wearing HERMES and tongs. It just does not make any sense. Chanel somehow always makes something super elegant or super extravagant work with something so simple. That's why the 22 bag works. It looks like a casual bag, but somehow it still makes you look cool, right? So about this outfit, it's very black, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about commenting in terms of like, it's not very summer vibe to me. It's just tons of sequins. So maybe this is more of a summer evening, like you have somewhere fancy to go, because I can't imagine wearing this. Although I like the flow of the pants, like the movements. There's a lot of movement in this collection, which is very nice.
I'm not sure about this dress or suit.
Right. Well, it's not practical for people like you and me, right? General population. Oh, I love these. Again, these shoes. So cute. The dress is on the simple side. I guess it's, again, the devil's in the details. It's just how the ruffles lace. It just makes it look like flowers. Yeah.
I think this is so maybe like the dress before and this one is kind of expressing the nighttime of a summer in France, where it's still really, really bougie and posh, but it's still very casual.
Yeah, I think I tend to find that with all the Chanel collections, they always start off with something casual, and then in the middle, there's going to be some more put together looks. And then towards the end, it's all the big dresses or all the evening gowns. So slow again. What's going on? Okay. Yeah. Again, it's kind of more of an evening look, even though it's still very short for the evening, but maybe it's like evening in the, near the
By the beach side.
Yeah, beach side. And I guess also because these models are so tall, on a regular person, it will look more like right here.
Yeah. You look like a proper dress, not like a half top.
Yeah. More like a proper mini dress. Yeah. Okay. Ah! Website decided to crash. Why did it get so slow all of a sudden? It was okay so far until like right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe there's more
you know what? It's okay. We'll just go back to, we'll read the inspiration just for you, Kat. So here you go.
Inspired by the artisan spirit of the villa. I can't see it. Of the
Noailles.
villa. Noailles in the south of France. Chanel Spring Summer 2024 ready to wear collection imagined by Virginie. is a kaleidoscope of vitality. Wow. Evoking the villa's terrace gardens and the lines of its avant-garde architecture, graphic tweed and floral embroideries are punctuated by touch of lights, play of contrast, colors, and asymmetries. Heart of collection, a laid-back, sophisticated silhouette sets out the ideas of nonchalance and elegance. Okay, all right, yeah, okay, I get it.
Mm-hmm. And like, we'll just do the summary here because we were like right here. We were right here.
There we go, 58.
Yeah. So this, I mean, we can just look at the rest, like, I guess, unless there's something you want me to click on. Because the rest are more all evening looks. As you can see, they're all kind of like evening-ish.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess there's the floral at the end. There's all the florals. So maybe
what does everyone think of this whole collection overall? I didn't pick out that many. As I messaged to you, I said, of everything, I only found the jeans to be nice. But this...
Well, no, I actually liked a lot of things, but I think you have to look at it from individual piece perspective, or sometimes you have to look at the whole thing together because it doesn't make sense on a regular person to be wearing them. So it just depends on how you look at it, I suppose.
Yeah. Like this dress, like when I saw it, the one before, it just gives me... no, I shouldn't say it. It kind of gives me curtains.
Okay.
It's pretty. I bet it's pretty, right? I bet if you look at it in real life, it's, you know, the details of sequins. I bet there's sequins and everything, but this is not so bad because this is sort of like sleeveless and then they got ruffles. But the one before, that was like, no.
I guess because the one before, it has too much fat because it hits the head to toe with the sleeves, right?
Yeah,
so
this is like so
it
much.
does give curtain vibes. I understand. This for me is more like it almost gives me like the Victorian era where girls used to only wear dresses. They can't wear pants because pants was not a thing. So this is the type of dress that for me is what they would wear because it covers a lot because you have to be conservative back then as well. So this is the vibe that it gives me. Very kind of vintage vibe.
Even has a cape.
Yes. Whereas this one is a little bit more modern because there's a cutout for the sleeves. No sleeves. And then there's some ruffles, but it's kind of going... It has the movement of the ruffles. So it gives it a bit more like a modern vibe, even though it's very long. So it's very elegant at the same time.
Yeah.
This one, yeah, not something I would wear. It's very busy.
Yeah, it's really busy.
However, I will say I will wear a dress and then I will wear like these kinds of thongs. Like this is just how I roll. Like I cannot wear heels. And whenever I have the excuse to wear slip-on shoes, especially if it's like open toe, everything, this is the most comfortable footwear that I can ever wear. So that's why in terms of footwear, they didn't have too many, but see, every model is either wearing these or they're wearing some sort of flats, which somehow, even though they may look very cheap because they're just like tall high basically, I like it. I really like it. Yeah, I guess we'll just take a look at all the floral looks and then we can get back to the feedback from the live chat. These pants have the cute CCs on it. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, this is kind of cute. You know, the thing is, a lot of their designs on the runway, then when you see in store the ready to wear, You don't see a lot, I mean, you see some of it, but not all of it, right? And you see other things as well. Like maybe they'll
Yeah.
make that pair of long pants into shorts or something. This is kind of
Yeah.
cute. I kind of like this. This really gives you like 70s vibes.
Yes.
And all the CCs all everywhere.
And I don't know about you, but I used to only for a long time, like over a decade, I used to just be wearing skinny jeans. Up until even last year, I was all about skinny jeans. And then this year, all of a sudden, I don't feel like wearing my skinny jeans as often. I just don't feel like it. I think there's a part of me that feel like they are, they're so tight, right? They're constricting in a way, even though they are still comfortable. But like in a way, I'm like, oh, I just want to wear pants that I feel like I can just flow in them. And this is exactly the direction that they're going with. Because I haven't seen any skinny jeans so far. They're all either straight cut or they're very flowy pants like this. So flowy. Oh, that cardigan is something that they've made. Yeah, like a huge flower in front. I guess the challenge with these kinds of looks, because they are rather busy, it's a little bit more like in the moment. Like right now, it's cool. And you can maybe pull it out again in 10 years or 5 years time, but like every single year, I don't know. It just depends, I suppose. So
Yeah.
because they're a little bit more busy, it tends to be a bit more trendy that way. Anyway, I think we've seen enough because these are all the very, very fancy nighttime, evening type. So let's go and take a look at our comments section. Here, let me just adjust my screen there. Because I haven't had the chance to
Blue
look at any
Egyptians
comments.
asking, were there any nice jeans in this collection? There were a pair actually. Very first, the first few looks were jeans, and I was like, "Ooh, yes! Finally, non-tight jeans and plain, where the belt loops are CC logos. Really cute. I love.
Yeah, go back to watching the beginning-ish. That's where I showed the jeans. There's a whole denim look with that kind of CC detail on it. It's very cool.
Linda saying that the pattern is quite busy. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, it is. And then you know what? I don't get the color theme for this collection. Like usually, you sort of know by looking at the collection, oh, it's going to really focus on, blacks or pinks or greens. But this time, maybe pinks. Maybe pinks in this season. You think?
It's
It's
really all
green.
over the place because if you look at the tweed, right, they had blue, they had yellow, they had red, and then they had pink, and then they had like gold. Well, it's not so many gold. It's kind of like gold accents, but it's really all over the place. And so I didn't feel like this collection was about the colors. It's more about the theme of like the two worlds that are collide that's not supposed to be together, but they are. I feel like that's how I saw it. And even like in terms of the cutting, it's more relaxed. Like I said, the pants are more like flow. Like there's always a lot of movement in the fabric. Like it's not oversized. You know how some collections it was very oversized, but it's not fitted. So it's kind of like really stuck in between, like a very comfortable look in general. There was not a look that I was like, oh, it's so tight. I don't feel like I'm gonna have to squeeze myself in it. I guess the only challenge, like I said earlier, it's like the knitted fabrics. Anytime they had the knitted fabrics, they look very nice, but it's very challenging, practically speaking, for people in general to wear. Like if you just ate a bit more that day, your tummy bulging a bit, and then you have this skirt that is like a knit skirt, well, it's gonna show that knit. That knit is gonna like follow the
Yep.
curve, and then so that's why in terms of like some fabrics are just not as they're not gonna be easy to pull off, if at all. I mean, unless you have all the confidence in the world, you don't care how people look. But like in terms, usually when I choose clothes, I want it to be not only flattering, but that it's easy to wear because yeah, you're gonna expand when you eat, and then you're gonna be like flat when you just wake up, right? So it has to accommodate that. I think
True.
unless it's it's your job to always be thin, like you're either a model or you're like an influencer of some sort. Um, yeah, you're gonna have some sometimes, you know, and some curves sometimes that are that are, you know, they're perfect. They're still perfect on you, but they're just not perfect in terms of like the standard of beauty. Do you know what I mean? And it's very harsh. The world of fashion is very harsh. And
Is
usually we are the worst, our own worst critic. So
which looks did you like? So I picked
ah,
mine. Which one did you like?
yes. So I was sharing with everyone. Let me go back to that one. And then I can just show the look. I said that I would never buy this, but this is my favorite one. And you can tell me, you can maybe guess why. Here. This one.
Ah,
This is my favorite one.
is the color red?
Yes. It's also because so individually I like each item. So the top is something that I will totally buy. I
Yeah.
can wear this any time of the year because it's just a little spaghetti top. So I can wear shorts with it in the summer. I can also wear underneath a cardigan in the winter. Like it's just such a versatile top. Yes, it's a huge logo in front, but you know what? When I buy Chanel, I sometimes want logos, especially when it's just like a little top like this. And then the skirt, I love the big bright red. They have pockets on top of that. So like when you look at the model walk, there's so much movement in this leather skirt. But not only that, notice the bag. We'll try to look at the bag from this side here. So, you know, in terms of like, you know, I won't buy exactly this skirt, but I can totally buy any skirt that sort of looks like that gives that similar vibe, and I'll pair it with this top. And already I can totally visualize myself wear something like this and walk down the street. And then this bag is
Oh,
the 22 bag in the same exact pattern. That's why I said I'm like, oh my God, I need this bag too.
that's nice. I actually quite like the bag.
Hmm.
The skirt, I'm not sure. Maybe because it's long. Like maybe because it's long.
It's
I'm
a
like, oh,
yeah. It's not something I will buy, not from Chanel anyway, because it's probably too expensive. But it's the vibe, the whole vibe.
mm,
Yeah. And I like the top. I will totally
yeah. I
buy
like
that.
the top actually. I saw the top. I was like thinking, would I? But I wonder if it's because I don't really wear spaghetti tops anymore. I used to,
Oh, okay.
but I love the like if it was a tube.
Oh, really? You know what? I like this because in a sense, even though it's spaghetti top, but it's still like it's not so it's not clinging to your stomach, so it's still kind of has room for you to eat. I always think about eating because the practical thing is that you're gonna eat at one point in the day. So I always think about like if your tummy expands a little bit, it's not gonna show.
True, true.
Anyway, I love this look. So that's my favorite. Which one is yours?
Oh, I like the jeans one. I like that
Ah,
first,
okay. The full jeans one, like
first
this
one.
one or this one?
I actually like the one that I picked. Yeah, this whole look.
Okay. Well, the full
It's
jeans
good.
one, I think they're still wearing the same jeans, but
I
because
like
the
a whole, this kind of
straight cut,
not
low
straight cut,
rise.
this side shoulder top with a jacket over it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So casual. I love it. And you got this so smart casual. Like you got a blazer over. She's in her sandals. This is like Yes, I would wear this. And the
I
jeans
see.
being relaxed. Yeah.
So basically, because I also said that I like this jacket. Like, this is a jacket I would buy. Obviously, it's because of the color, but it's also a nice jacket. Um, Basically, we chose similar vibes, but just that mine is, like, more feminine because it has, like, almost like a dressy look, whereas yours is more like the casual look.
Casual look. Yeah. I could imagine myself go to the office.
Yeah.
Smart casual Fridays, every day. Woo.
Mhm. I also like that these pants, because we're not so tall, they are a little bit ankle length on the model, so on us, it'll be, like, the perfect length.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love it.
But, yeah, I
Can't
was
wait to
just
see what it looks like. This is gonna be really popular, this pair of jeans, because it's
Oh,
not
yeah,
busy.
because these loops are just everything.
Yeah, look at those CC loops.
In fact, you need to buy some sort of Chanel belt to go with it. I like how they did the pearl belt too.
Yeah.
I don't need another belt.
Actually,
But, oh
a
my gosh,
string
this
of
is a nice
pearls will
belt.
fit so nice, because if you have a Chanel belt, like a Chanel would have a buckle with a CC as well, most likely. It
Yeah.
would be too busy because the belt loops are already Chanel. I don't
Mhm.
know. Nothing can be too busy in Chanel anyway, but I would feel like, oh, that's just a bit too much Chanel. But these pearls, they look really good.
Mhm. They do, they do. And in fact, having a second look at it close up, I have to get this belt. Oh my god. Oh, yeah.
It's really nice. Yeah, this
I
belt is
love this
really
belt. It's nice. Oh my goodness. I am adding another Chanel belt. Oh my god. Okay. So
Is
far,
anyone buying anything from this collection? When is it coming out? Next year, March, February?
yeah, March. Which is not gonna be that long because the year passes by so fast these
Yeah.
days. Like, I don't even know, like, why we're already in November. It's crazy. I feel like I just went to Hawaii not so long ago, but I went in November last year. It just feel like it flew by. I still think about Hawaii and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, it's last year, like, literally a year ago."
Right, I know. So insane. Time is just flying.
I wonder if that's a good thing. Maybe it is. Oh, Blue Egyptian says, "I love the pyramid earrings. All represents your roots, Egyptian." Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Their
nice.
their accessories are always so beautiful, and if it means something to you, even more so. Yeah, I was talking about the glasses too. The glasses with the
Yeah, there were
chain,
a couple of models wearing like really retro
the
looking
first few ones.
sunglasses, and you could turn into glasses. Maybe one
I'm
day
gonna
I
try to I'm gonna try to find them. I think those are hard to find. Sometimes when they're, like, this good and your store may not carry them, or if they do, it might just disappear.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'll try. There's definitely I think this collection got me quite excited since a long time because I also, I was also deciding, oh, if we should do the cruise, and I'm like, the cruise is
The
just
cruise
like,
was
I mean, there's some cute things. I know you like stars. They have a star bag, but I still don't think you would buy a star bag anyway. And then they had a lot of swimsuit looks for a cruise collection, which is very strange. Well, maybe not very strange, but like it's kind of not what I was expecting. And then everything else was just like, I don't know. I didn't feel the vibe. I actually like this collection quite a bit. Maybe because I associate how I wear things the same way they just kind of did. something
Mm-hmm.
elegant and fancy, but then you have like the worst shoes ever. That's how I wear. That's how I roll. Because I need to be able to walk.
Actually, if you think about it, it's sort of like Hermes's Orans. They go with everything. They kind of like,
Yes and no, because the orans, I still wouldn't wear it with like tweed.
really? I thought you can wear them with
Oh,
anything.
orans, yes. Sorry, orans. Orans, yes. I was thinking the sheep sandals, like the sheep sandal that I will not,
Oh
cannot.
no, that's a bit hard.
Yeah, orans, yes, but I cannot wear orans because they always fly off my feet. Cannot. I try all the
Oh,
sizes. Smaller size, bigger size, mid, like right size. They all don't work for some reason.
Blue Egyptian says she'll search for the glasses.
Yeah, me too. For me, it will
Curious now,
be.
what are I remember seeing them. I just cannot recall them right now. Like kind of squarish with pearls, right?
Yeah, here, let's the first few looks. Like literally the first few models
Saw that
had
also.
the really cool glasses. And let me just share my screen again. But you guys will see it when you rewatch this entire, because I went
Oh
through the
yes,
entire collection with you
yes,
guys.
yes, yes,
They
yes.
are so cool. And then there's another version without the chain dangling all the way, so just the top. So cool,
Yes.
man. Like I just wished, because I know these will probably still not work for me because they don't have a nose pad for the Asian nose.
Yeah.
So I still like them, but only because I like them. I would prefer if they had those
Well,
extra
you can
nose
add
pads as well.
them. You can kind of add them to the plastic.
I
You don't see
guess
it.
so. I wish they were just there, you know. But they are so cool.
Yeah.
Like, oh my goodness. And these triangle earrings, right? So freaking cool. I totally see why they put it all on the first few models, because they are so like bam, just in your face. It's so good. But like you see how she's wearing some quite heavy tweed in a sense for a summer look, and then she has these shoes. It's like totally something I would do, which is why I love it. Like I don't know if you guys notice, but I tend to not take pictures with my feet in it because I'm always wearing some sort of stupid shoes, because otherwise I can't walk. But you know, the top part of my outfit looks good. So yeah, these are really good. These are really good
The glasses are
glasses.
good. I can. It's so functional. Like you can just wear
Yeah.
them and cup. Yes.
Yeah. And I also mentioned that I love the flow of this dress.
Mm.
It's just totally something that I would wear. Maybe not so deep V, but you know, if it was just regular V-neck, I would totally wear that. Yeah.
This is like totally my look. The one before.
Yeah, yeah, totally. Like casual
Lazy.
denim. Yeah. It's so cute. Like this collection, see all the colors. There's pink, there's green, there's blue,
Mm.
there's yellow, black, of course, blue, and it's just all over the place. There's not really one color theme, so I don't think the color is really the main focus here. I mean, there's a few pinks, but not they didn't stay there. They just kind of went all over the place, really. Which I kind of like. It's not really focusing on the color. It's more about, like they said, the geometry, the shapes, the tweeds, the light hitting it, the
You know what?
asymmetry.
Once I'm surprised about this collection, that bag, that Kelly Chanel bag, didn't appear.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, they might come. I mean, they say that it will come back, but I can't remember which collection they said it would come back. Is it?
Mm.
Is it Cruise? Is it this collection that's coming out in November?
Like you, I mean, it's so new. Like it just one season and
Yeah.
they didn't use it again. It's not some complicated bag, right?
But just because they don't show it on the runway doesn't mean that they won't make it again, though, because they don't.
Mm.
Right, the stuff that shows up on in the store, retail store, they don't really they don't always show it on the runway. But I was just commenting about this bag. What does it remind you of?
A triangle?
I said that too, but it's not really a triangle either, right? Anyway, someone said something so clever, and I was like, yes, totally. Let me try to
Like a
pull that comment. I found it. It was so funny.
block of cheese.
Yeah, did you see it?
I read it earlier. It's kind of like, yeah, like that, and like an ice cream cone at the side. I don't know. What is it?
Or the top of a house
Yeah, like a
sideways.
hut.
It's kind of funky. I like it. But yeah, it's a nice collection. I think it's kind of eclectic, which in a way, I don't know why I like it. It got me excited for Chanel again.
The cheese wedge.
Yeah. This collection really got me excited again. There's something about it that's very timeless and also very wearable that
And fun, like youthful.
yeah,
I like it.
I'm really looking forward to seeing the collection in real life. I mean, I'm still excited for a cruise in the sense that I know there will always be something I will like. I guess when we get closer to when they actually launch, we can maybe also take a look at it. But um, from the Runway's perspective so far, looking at this collection ahead of time, there's a lot to be excited for, I think.
I think
It's
when they
not
launch
as
the
kind of,
collection on the app, or the website, when you actually
yeah,
see the items, that would be
yeah.
interesting as well.
Like unlike the previous summer collection, which I'm referring to, well, okay, not the spring summer 2023, because I don't really remember what happened in this collection. What was it? But I was referring to this spring summer 2022, which is when they first launched the 22 bag. That collection got me all crazy as well. So this one is not like that. It's more in terms of I find it very relatable. Whereas the spring summer 2022, I found it so cool because it's like supermodel runway vibe, right? Every girl in their swimsuit, and then the 22 bag, that's the vibe it gave me. So I knew it wasn't going to be wearable in that sense, because who's strutting around in their swimsuit all day long? But I was excited about the whole look and the 22 bag, of course.
What was 2023?
I don't know. It's not so memorable, right? I don't remember.
Was it by the
Actually,
beach side? Some were not like. Was it the F1? Like, was it the racing one? You know, with the F1 and checkered cars. I kind of remember that for some reason. I don't know.
let
By
me
the beach
check because
side, and it had some
I don't remember.
checkered runway. Was that the one for this year? Oh my gosh.
Not really, actually. It's this one. Uh, yeah, it's not so
Parisian.
it's not
EJ is
so
saying it was
memorable, huh?
Parisian this year. 20. I mean, well, this, yeah. Parisian. What? It's not memorable.
Yeah, I can't even. I mean,
Was it
okay,
the
here,
one
I'll just
that?
share
Oh man,
my.
let me just look for it.
Yeah, this past spring summer was not so. I don't know. This is just what Google is showing, which I do remember this collection, but it's just like
Ah,
not so memorable.
yeah. One long. Oh wait a minute.
Like, yeah, see?
Oh yeah,
Just
you know
like
what? I don't even remember. I think we didn't do this collection.
no, we didn't do it. We didn't do it.
Yeah.
I mean, if we did, we only selected so few looks that I really don't remember in terms
Mm,
of like something super memorable. There was not one thing that I was zeroed in,
maybe
you
we
know?
did, but it wasn't some. That girl at the end on that big picture kind of looks familiar. Like, I think we talked about it.
Yeah, we probably just selected our picks, but it wasn't like so mind-blowing that because now that I'm looking through all the pictures, I know we looked at it, but it's just not, yeah, it was not so mind-blowing that I was like, oh,
Mm.
yeah. Anyway,
Oh, KK said, sharing to you, Amy, Chanel has 2 different bridge types for plastic frames that don't have the separate nose pads. The plastic bit for the low bridge one is slightly taller. My Chanel glasses has this option.
Oh. I do wonder though, KK, because I feel like, because last time I shopped the glasses in my store, they really did not have a very big selection. And I feel like whichever pair I was pointing at to look, the essays didn't really know the difference.
Yeah.
So I'm afraid that if they don't know, how am I supposed to know, right? But I know what you're talking about, like that there should be, like, even though they are plastic frames, they should have 2 different fit. I agree. Right?
Yeah. I think here they call them Asian fit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So,
Fair
this is for
enough, because
Asian fit.
we
I'm
just
like,
don't have the
really?
same structure that the Caucasians do, right? Which is
Yeah.
fine, but it's just not, you can't wear something that doesn't fit you very well, right? It won't be comfortable. The plastic bit for the low bridges one is slightly
Maybe
taller.
taller.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll ask. I for sure, I mean, if they're even available. That is the issue here, right? And at the end of the day, if I can't get them, it's not the end of the world either. But anyway, I had fun going through the collection. I feel like I know this collection so well because I literally spent 2 hours with you guys on it, but it's good because now I have something to look forward to, and I think you guys will too. Anyway, thank you
I'm
so for joining
excited.
us. You guys have the new calendar. Again, I already said the members winner didn't contact me yet. I'm like, please contact me, otherwise I have to redraw. Literally, should I redraw right now, and then if whoever contacts me first will get the prize, because literally I cannot keep waiting on Miss
We can
2K. What
Well,
should
we
I
can
do?
withdraw. Well, then we can withdraw next week. Next week's a members live, right?
That's true. That's okay. I guess I'll drag on. The other 2 has to keep waiting. But anyway, thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next week.
Thank
Bye.
you.